Democracy is the power of the people to shape their own future, and elections are the voice that brings this power to life. Elections are the cornerstone of democracy, offering every citizen the right to choose their leaders and influence the direction of their nation. Through elections, people uphold their right to representation, ensuring that leaders are chosen by the people and for the people. In a democracy, every vote counts, making each election a powerful tool for change and progress. 2024 is the year of election. In this year, nearly half of the world's population are gone through elections. And most of the election has finished. And USA election is in front us. Hey everyone! Welcome back to Some Lines. Today, we are diving into some unbelievable 15 facts about USA election history. Elections that might just blow your mind. United States elections in the United States have evolved dramatically since the first vote, with some pretty wild and surprising twists along the way. So, let's get right into it with 15 fascinating facts about the history of US elections. Fact 1. George Washington won his first election with no competition. In 1789, Washington was unanimously elected as the first US president. But what is Electoral College? In other US elections, candidates are elected directly by popular vote. But the president and vice president are not elected directly by citizens. In each state, one elector is elected, and this elector votes on behalf of citizens of the state. This group of electors called Electoral College. Fact number 2. This Electoral College was created as a compromise. Back in 1787, the Founding Fathers couldn't decide if the president should be chosen by Congress or by a direct popular vote, so they came up with the Electoral College. It was meant to balance power between big and small states. Fact number 3. Not all US presidents have won by popular vote. In fact, 5 presidents, including John Quincy Adams, Rutherford B. Hayes, George W. Bush, and Donald Trump, won the presidency without the majority of the popular vote. Imagine voting for a president and having someone else take the win. It's happened more often than you'd think. Fact number 4. Voting wasn't always anonymous. Until the late 1800s, US voters would openly declare their choices in public. Secret ballots, as we know them today, were introduced to protect voter privacy and reduce voter intimidation. Can you imagine announcing your vote to everyone around you? Times have really changed. Fact number 5. The first televised debate in 1960 changed everything.
Approximately 8 minutes duration and a closing statement of approximately 3 minutes duration. In between, the candidates will answer or comment upon answers to questions put by a panel of correspondents. In this, the first discussion in a series of 4 joint appearances, the subject matter has been...
When John F. Kennedy debated Richard Nixon on TV, it was the first time Americans could see their candidates in action. Kennedy's composed and camera-friendly demeanor won over viewers, showing the power of media in elections. Fact number 6. Candidates used to bribe voters with alcohol. Back in the 18th and 19th centuries, treating voters to drinks was a common practice to secure votes. George Washington himself once bought gallons of alcohol for voters when he ran for the Virginia House of Burgesses. A pint for a vote, anyone? Imagine. If this were legal in election, what candidate would give to voters? Fact number 7. The longest campaign lasted over a year and a half. In 1976, Jimmy Carter's campaign spanned more than 18 months. Today, lengthy campaigns are typical, but Carter set the standard. Fact number 8. Election day wasn't always on a Tuesday. It was officially set for the first Tuesday in November in 1845 to accommodate farmers, giving them a day to travel after Sunday church and vote before market day on Wednesday. Alexander Duncan first proposed a uniform day for all elections in 1844. Fact number 9. The youngest elected president was 43, while the oldest was 78. John F. Kennedy became president at just 43, and in 2021, Joe Biden took office at 78. It shows just how much the political scene has opened up for all ages. Fact number 10. Voting rights have come a long way. Initially, only white, landowning men could vote. It took many years for voting rights to expand to all races, women, and eventually, 18-year-olds in 1971. Fact number 11. The United States once had more political parties. In the 1800s, there were parties like the Whigs, Federalists, National Union Party, even the Anti-Masonic Party. Eventually, the two-party system we see today emerged, but there's quite a history of political diversity. Fact number 12. Presidential candidates didn't used to campaign for themselves. In the early years of the US, it was seen as unseemly for candidates to campaign on their own behalf, so they relied on supporters to promote them. Fact number 13. The first woman to run for president did so in 1872. Victoria Woodhull, a suffragist and women's rights advocate, made history, though women wouldn't get the right to vote until almost 50 years later. And finally, in 1920 through 19th Amendment, women of USA got rights to vote. She was truly ahead of her time. Fact 14. There's a long history of unusual campaign slogans. Like in 1840, William Henry Harrison used the slogan, "Tippecanoe and Tyler too," which became a nationwide catchphrase. The famous slogan of Abraham Lincoln, "Democracy is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people." And finally, fact 15. The US once elected a president who refused to live in the White House. James Madison's vice president, Elbridge Gerry, refused to move in, as he thought it was too extravagant. Elbridge Gerry was also a member who has signed Declaration of Independence of USA. Some of these stories really show how different the past was from today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed learning some surprising facts about US election history. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more amazing facts. Drop a comment below with your favorite fact, and we'll see you next time here on Some Lines. Until then, stay curious.